Danny, from when I speak to them, honest bunch of players we've got now, they must be feeling disappointed with how they started the game.
Yeah, I think it's the hope that kills you, Greg, isn't it? And I think this group have given the whole club, everybody associated with the club, a lot of hope. And I think we'll be really regretful today when we look back at this game, because it's a horrible emotion, regret. Right. But I think ultimately, when we look at our performance from the first whistle, really, we were short, and we were short of the physical bravery that you need. We were short of the technical bravery. It's the earliest my team's ever conceded a goal, I think. I mean, the penalty's given on 8 seconds, and it's not like we didn't know what they were going to do. They go back to the goalkeeper, they kick on the angle, Haji Minogue comes off the line, they try to head it in beyond, and they try to hurt you in the space beyond. And we didn't have the contact, we missed the header, we then didn't deal with the ball in behind. And when you're away from home and you concede that early, it becomes, in such a big game as well, it becomes really tough. But then from there we didn't respond. I don't think in the first 20 minutes we make a tackle, I don't think in the first 20 minutes we make a pass. And it's really hard to be critical of this group, because the group have done so well on the whole. But like I say to them all the time, I'm their best friend, because when they do well, I'm always the first to compliment them, pat them on the back, tell them well done. But at the same time, I have a responsibility to them that when they come up short, I have to tell them. And physically, technically, in that first period of the game, we come up well short, and then, of course, we didn't have to chase the game against a very, very athletic Salford team.
Of course, even when half-time comes and it's 3-0, if we start well in the second half, it was competitive at the beginning of that second half. We create a couple of chances just before half-time as well. So it's not like anyone gave up on things either. We wanted to get back in the game.
No, well, I wouldn't expect them to. But no, we scored a goal just before half-time, which is disallowed for two-handed push. I don't know. He says it's a two-handed push. It blatantly is not. It's not a foul. It's a good finish from Oscar, and I think Oscar probably the only one that comes out of any credit first half, and good on him. He's a young player, and it's hard for the young players when the team doesn't play well to impact the game. But he did well first half. He just, unfortunately, tired quite significantly in the second half, and then the referee gives a penalty decision to make it 4-0, which was tough for us to take. When it goes against you, it certainly goes against you. But we'll be really disappointed today, because this group has shown a lot of resilience all season, and of course we've got a lot of good men. A lot of good men not here today, I think.
And was it as much about the people that weren't on the pitch as it was about the people that were on the pitch? Because even the likes of Jack Payne raced back from injury, Teddy Bishop raced back from injury.
Yeah. For a game of this magnitude against a good athletic team, we need people at peak condition, and we need them in flow, and it's through no fault of their own, because they've all came back before probably they were ready to. And Jack in particular just done everything, been so unbelievably professional to get back to this point. But Teddy, Jack, Sams are probably not at the height of their physical condition at this moment, but all good people that want to try to help, and they know that the team is in a difficult moment, because we've got others that can't help. That there's Harry Anderson here, Lyle Taylor here today that would love to help that can't. We didn't have Jamie McDonnell either, who is such an important player. And sometimes with a team, it's not always having the best players, it's having the right complement. And today I think whenever we've gone away without Jamie to the top teams, we've suffered. You look at Bradford, you look at Wimbledon, you look at Walsall, you look today, and we've suffered without his qualities, because his qualities give the team the right feel and the right blend. And of course, again, against the opponent, because football is often against matchups, and they're a very, very athletic team. They have transfer fees, they sign Osama Ashley, they've signed other boys that allow them to have real athleticism in their group, and we and also against the ball they play very man to man, and sometimes you have boys like Lar who are so intelligent that can draw players that man to man style and draw people out of position, so we can then exploit the space in behind with the pace of boys like Awara. But we didn't have those available to us today, and that made it tough. And like I said, it's not for me to make excuses for them, because I tell them the truth, because that's what they require, and that's what I owe them. But at the same time, it's not for me to criticise them publicly, because they're a group that have given an awful lot, and to this point, they've taken the club to the next stepping stone, which I think means that we're in a much better position than we were this time last year. But you know, like, I know the results are pretty much, you know, have gone in a way that it's still possible. And while it is still possible, we will go to the bitter end. That is for sure.
And we have to, don't we? The truth is, we are still in it going into the Barrow game. So all we can do is get the 3 points there and hope others do us favours.
Yeah, and this is a crazy league, and football is a beautiful game, and it's a beautiful game because no one knows what it's going to bring. We're going to have to suck up this disappointment first. It'll be probably a long 24, 48 hours in doing so, but we want to try to find a good finish and a good performance to finish, because we don't want to just go out with a whimper, because I think this group doesn't deserve to finish in that way. I think this group has always shown a lot of determination, a lot of resilience and grit, and yeah, we didn't show those qualities today, and that will hurt all of us, and that's why we will leave with regret. But we're a pretty determined group, and yeah, we will train all week. All week we will be in and we will work, because we need to try to get some in a bit better condition to hopefully then go and put on a good performance in front of our supporters. And again today, you know, incredible coming their numbers right behind the team, and yeah, we want to, like I said, this group means a lot to all of us. We've worked really hard to grow to the team that we are, and yeah, we know that today wasn't a representation of us, and we have one more, hopefully more, but certainly one more league game to just to show everyone what we're made of, and that to me is the most important thing, because it's always, you know, of course we play for points, of course, but it's always the feeling of pride in your group, that you know that they've given everything for each other, for the club, and most importantly for our supporters.